Welcome, Helen. Thank you for indulging me.
Thank you for indulging me. I've spotted my curries there,
you?
so I'm pretty excited.
We've got Earl Grey tea in the thermos
My
today.
favourite. How did you know?
A little birdie told me. Thank you for joining me on my quest to kind of delve into some of the things that are non-essential to human survival, but which we can't live without.
Which elevate life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, I was going through this crisis where I'm a pastry chef. The world's going to shit. No one needs cakes.
Yeah.
I'm the first redundant sort of role, but
don't you think it's especially because the world is going to pot that we need cake and sweet, a little something to brighten the day?
100%. Cheers.
Cheers.
I think for me the answer ended up being, what can I do? What's within my power to make an impact? And that's why I went down the path that I went down in pastry, focusing on expanding our horizons.
Yeah.
So what's the sweetest thing someone's done for you lately?
Well, invited me to a little morning breakfast picnic with chocolate inside. That's pretty cool. I think, as you were saying, it's that very fact that no one needs to eat it that makes it special.
Yeah.
Somebody made me a lemon drizzle loaf recently, and she was really apologetic, oh gosh, it's not like anything, and actually it was so perfect. And I think it was just like, because baking is a little effortful. Well, not effortful, but it takes time and concentration. And the very fact that somebody's done that for you and brought you a loaf, even before you eat it, there's that sort of sense of delight that someone's thought of you and gone to that trouble. So, yeah.
Yeah, I always find it funny when people apologize for whatever they've made. And I'm like, no, I'm just happy I'm not doing it.
Yes, yeah. Although I'd probably be a bit nervous baking for you as well.
I should have asked you actually to bring something, but maybe next time.
I would have liked to.
I thought it would be great to have just catch up with you, because you recently wrote a book called Baking and the Meaning of Life, which I think is one of the coolest titles of a book to ever come out. But
it's a bit grandiose.
No, but you do start to delve into this area. Your background is in psychology. Tell me a bit about how that influenced your outlook.
I think it gave me the language to delve into the emotional side. So it's that, a recipe book, as you know, it shows you the instructions on how to bake. But I think what's less talked about is how it makes you feel and how it connects you to people. And I think my psychology just gave me a little language to be able to delve into that side of it, which is sort of a corollary of why we bake. That, yes, of course, you've got to have, recipes that are reliable and foolproof.
That work.
That work, yeah, that's the kind of baseline. But then above and beyond that is this idea of what it delivers. With that, it's not just that this lemon drizzle cake has worked, but how do you feel when you eat it, right?
Yeah.
So it's yeah.
I love that. I think even when I'm developing, when we're developing recipes, I think so often it's about that perfect bite, but for me it's about so much more. It's about how do we feel like after we've eaten it, like physiologically, psychologically. Was it too greasy? Was it too heavy? Was it too light, not substantial, all these things, I guess.
That is so true,
go
because
through
you can enjoy the bite, but if it leaves you feeling a bit unbalanced afterwards, it's not good.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Shall we crack into...
Yeah, and that's what I love about this.
the chocolate part.
I know recently, that you did a post on how to cut it and eat it, and I was like, what do you mean? You just...
Who's cutting it?
Who's cutting it? Who's sharing?
It was Nigella who commented, like, I inhaled mine. I was like, who can eat one of these in one go?
Well, actually,
but it turns out a lot of people.
Yeah, sometimes I do cut it, actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then I find myself eating the whole block anyway,
So we don't have to...
You're just going to crack it.
Yeah,
How did you know? This is my favorite one.
Is it?
Well, actually, when the first one came out, I thought, oh, this is amazing. Oh my gosh, look at that.
You can nibble on it, you don't have to have it in one go.
And then the second one came out, and I was like, oh yeah, I've not had the Sydney one though, which I'm desperate to.
I'll have to send it to you.
This is my absolute
It's gonna be
favorite.
our makeshift plate.
Is it vegan?
It is, yeah.
You couldn't tell.
Yeah.
And
thank you.
recently I actually had to judge Easter chocolates.
The judge.
Oh, recently I had to judge Easter chocolates for
Oh, yeah.
the newspaper. And honestly, the vegan one, I'm not going to name
This
names,
early?
was inedible. I mean, I spat it out. So, I mean, this, you cannot tell any difference. It's just
I think
sensational.
this is my problem with vegan things in general. They're always made to be vegan.
Right.
And I think that if you're starting at that point, it's already like a place of compromise. Because you're trying to make something that it isn't. Whereas for me, like philosophically,
Yeah.
it's about it's not about retrofitting, it's about actually creating with more purpose. And you just have to be a bit more creative about the choices that you make at a technical level.
Yeah.
That's from a place of not compromising,
Right.
not
But do you think it's a compromise usually? I just know it just didn't taste good. And I honestly really tried to suspend all my judgment.
yeah. What kind of product was it? Like a shelled
It
egg
was
or
it was shelled and it was filled. It was filled with a creme that was just inedible.
Oh. Tell me about something that really challenged you. We both know how difficult a book can be, and this doesn't have to be work related. It could be in your personal life.
Oh God, there
If
are challenges.
you feel
There
comfortable.
are challenges every day. I mean, I've got 2 small kids, and this is a pretty cliche story, I guess, but it's that sort of juggling where you want to excel in everything, you know, and it's just pretty impossible. And I think the challenge for me is not to beat myself up about it. Some days are better than others. Some days I do it well, and other days not at all. And just to say it's just part of the trajectory of life,
Yeah.
rather than because you know the thing is it has a consequence. If you beat yourself up, you feel bad. Then when you feel bad, you're more likely to be impatient with somebody. So it kind of continues.
Is there a moment that you look forward to each day?
Oh, the moment I look forward to each day is going to bed. When I wake up, I think, okay.
That's understandable.
Reading
Yeah.
in bed. That's
Reading
my
in bed.
kind of, you know.
Oh, I miss
Right?
that. I miss that.
Yes. When I was working on the book, and I'm sure you have the same idea, I had a pile of books, either cookbooks that
Yeah.
people have sent me or novels. And, you know, you just kind of look at it longingly each evening thinking, oh, too tired, you know. But that luxury of having that time to
It's such a luxury.
get in, like ensconce yourself in a novel,
Yeah.
isn't that the best feeling?
It is, and you know, it's actually been like too long. I can't even say how long it's
Yeah.
been, and I think, you know, the algorithms are sucking us into our
Yes,
phones.
yes.
And I feel like
Oh yeah,
what a
that's
luxury
a real challenge.
it must be, like to actually, yeah. It's funny. I've with all good intentions, I've purchased a stack of books, and this is a New Year's resolution.
What's top of your pile?
I've picked up the Heated Rivalry novels. Have you heard about the show?
No, what is it?
I'll let you Google it.
Okay.
It's
Wow,
good. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, a bit raunchy.
Raunchy. Okay, I like that.
We've got a friend.
Oh, you can't eat my chocolate. So this is actually, I know this area really well because of that Princess Diana playground. So when the kids were little, we would be here quite a lot.
Oh, well, nice. I see they're renovating the playground. And
Yeah, I just saw that too. But I mean, that feeling that when you lose a child in this playground, we've just heard a woman looking for a child.
Or a dog.
Or a
yeah.
dog, hopefully a dog. But that's, you know, there's that feeling, nothing like it when you think you've lost a child in this huge playground.
Yeah, I don't know. My sister's got 3 boys, and they're all they're between 3 and 7, so they're really close in age.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, you can't look away for 1 second.
No, you cannot.
But kids will be
Exactly.
kids, and they want to explore and have fun, and
Yeah.
it's just, I guess there's an element of having to let go.
Yeah,
And just sort of, oh, you're wearing that nice ring.
I never take it off.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I love it. There's that feeling of you just kind of have to let them be kids, and
I bet they love you as an uncle, though. I can imagine.
I think they
an
love-
uncle who brings chocolates. Come on,
one of them asked me, "Oh, can you make me one for my birthday?" I was like, "Yeah, I can do
like
that."
his own very one.
Yeah,
Oh, what would you do?
could do that. I think I would ask them what their favorite flavors are and just
Yeah.
make them a little
You probably have to
A
put
little
something like
special edition.
fizzy or sherbety
Yeah.
or something in it, fruity and sherbety.
topping candy. All right.
Have you got more coming up?
Yeah, actually, this I was really hoping to bring the next bar with me for you to try. We're doing something for Lunar New Year. Yeah.
Oh my God! How did I miss that?
Yeah, well, we haven't shared it yet. And Jenny Lau, Celestial Peach
yeah.
on Instagram, she's given me some guidance to keep it. I don't want to mess it up.
Oh my gosh! Well,
And
tell me when it's out because
I'm really excited.
I'm there.
It's something, something new. It looks different to
But
the
do you know something else?
ones we've done. Yeah.
Inadvertently, it's already packaged for Chinese New Year. It's red and gold. It just couldn't be more
That's
perfect.
what I thought. Yeah, we were hoping to do something for Valentine's Day, but it's too short.
Well,
It's
as
too
it is,
short.
it's ready for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so we've
Right.
got a fun promotion where we're gonna be the matchmaker, and so you basically we're encouraging people to. There'll be a page, and you buy 2 bars for 2 people. You put in their addresses, and you can send them anonymously. And the idea is that you would get 2 people together that should be together, could be together, maybe they were together, maybe they're friends that just need to be, nudged back together, and obviously they get a voucher for a bar as well.
I
a free
love
bar,
it.
which
Can't
is
wait to hear
exciting.
what's in the Chinese
Pipeline.
New Year
Yeah.
one.
I think when you see it, you'll know.
Okay,
'Cause
really?
Well,
Okay.
we're celebrating Year of the Horse.
Yes.
Are you into
I sure am.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm Year of the Horse, so
You are?
yeah,
Okay, so
apparently
am I.
It's my year. Are you?
Yes, but we're not going to talk about that because that will position me as nearly your mother.
If you don't mind, I actually have a question.
Yeah,
I was actually quite interested in the work that you've been doing, and it's quite
the work that I'm doing.
the work that you do, and I was wondering what inspires you.
Oh, what inspires me? Gosh, what inspires you?
What inspires me?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on a mission
Okay.
to expand our horizons as
Mm-hmm.
pastry chefs. I think that for 300 years it was kind of like an evolution of the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think we never really stopped to ask, is this the most sustainable, or is this the most, is this the only way that we can do it? So I want to take a peek at an alternate universe where we might have made some different choices, but ultimately using the knowledge that we've accrued over 300 years, just help, broaden our horizons with techniques and ingredients. What animates you?
Relationships, I would say. So when I'm making someone a cake, the first thing I think about is what does that person like, what encapsulates them, and then I try to get something of that in the baking, because you could present me with a really elaborate, beautiful piece of a cake or whatever, but if it doesn't sort of hit the spot for me, I just feel like that just hasn't touched me. So I think I'm animated by this idea of a relationship, a connection,
that.
So I don't often make wedding cakes because I'm actually really, really bad at piping. Or anything
I won't
with,
tell anyone.
or anything with great finesse. I'm just, I'm not a finesse person.
Yeah,
Mine is sort of about the
Taste and substance.
taste, the combination of things, textural things.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I really love this. But so it's really important for me to tune into that person and what moves them. So I think,
I love that.
for
That's
me-
super intentional. I think, so often we have not just cookie cutter approaches,
Yeah.
and things are there's almost like a commercial or industrial standard of what baking is, and it's very sweet.
Yes, yes.
I feel like you epitomize balance in terms of
Oh,
texture,
thank you.
in terms of flavor,
Right.
and sweetness as well.
And
Do
you
you think
know,
that's something to do with your Asian heritage?
Yes, definitely, because you know that thing with Asians. I mean, the biggest compliment you can have from an Asian
Not
eating
too
your thing,
sweet.
it's not too sweet. I like it. But in my earlier career, I think I was very motivated by seeming clever or being clever to kind of show that I've got ideas and I can do it. And now I'm not. I'm now more focused on what makes somebody happy.
Yeah.
So I've kind of shifted from being clever to being useful, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, people like you can be both.
No.
You
but
can
you
be
know
both
what?
clever and useful.
That classical pastry chef mentality. I think you see it all the time with younger pastry chefs. They'll put in all the components and all the
Yes.
complexity and
Yeah.
all of the methodology,
Yeah.
but it's for me, I think real sophistication is
Pairing it
saying the most with the least, whether it's
Yes.
the least amount of ingredients.
No, I know, because now you see people like, how can we put matcha in there? How can we put hojicha in there? Coconut milk pandan, all of
yeah.
that. And it's just sort of quite muddy. It can be quite muddy. I mean, obviously, there are times that it does work, but for
Asking
me,
too much of our palates and
I think so. And
Taste buds.
you know, actually, because I write for the Sydney Morning Herald,
Yeah.
the Age newspaper, and what I find is, particularly in
And
the
the
earlier-
Guardian.
and the Guardian. So in the earlier columns that I wrote, I think when I would feel really pleased, oh my gosh, I've done this and it's so clever, and then you see actually the week it comes out, it's had maybe the least engagement, and so I think trying to be clever for me doesn't really work.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you've just got to forget about that and just, try to focus on balance, as you say, and how something feels to eat.
yeah.
Rather than, I'll look really smart if I do that,
Yeah.
or if I use that ingredient.
Is there something you won't do?
Oh gosh, I always think there's a lot I won't do, but now you're asking me, I can't think. Is there something I
Just
won't
something like
do?
you mentioned wedding cakes.
Oh yeah, no
wedding
cakes.
cakes.
I'm not great with layered cakes either.
Okay.
I think
Like
because
tiered cakes or
tiered
just like
cakes. Oh, both,
Yeah.
sort of double, 4 layers. I do feel a real.
So,
I'm not great with very elaborate cakes. I think it's
Okay.
because I'm quite impatient. So I kind of put everything into the recipe and
Yeah.
the cake being right, and then I feel like I've run out of puff by the time it comes to decorating it. And probably also because I don't really love buttercream.
okay.
I don't love a really super sweet
Yeah.
cream. I don't
yeah.
like something too rich and too sweet. So I tend to go for a very simple single layer cake, or sorry, just try someone to talk.
Yeah.
And probably whenever anyone says, "Oh, could you make this vegan?" I'll say no, but you can ask my friend Phil Curry. So that's one thing I probably won't do. If it happens to be naturally vegan. So actually in my book there's quite a lot of naturally vegan. I mean, if there's an Asian, so I've got roasted pineapple with a beautiful cream that happens to be vegan,
Nice.
then I'm good with that. But I don't like self-consciously trying to create something vegan. It's
Yeah.
just not my vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sums up my approach as well. It's like,
yeah.
when you say you'll whip some coconut cream because you can, and
Yeah.
you're
Right.
obviously you want that flavor, fine. But
Yes.
like, it doesn't mean that everything should taste like coconut, or that you're going to use that as your. Yeah. So like, when it works, it works. But for
Yeah.
me, I just focus on when it works, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Across as much as
absolutely.
across as many applications as possible.
Yes.
For me, I don't like big showpieces.
Oh.
I think I love, like those big chocolate realistic sculptures.
Oh yeah.
I think it's such a waste of chocolate.
Yeah.
That's my
and
hot
waste
take.
of time. I just feel like.
I mean, I think it's
I guess it's a novelty.
yeah, it's a display of extraordinary talent.
Yes.
But at the same
yes,
time, like, it could be clay or it could be something else.
Yes.
And I think it's super excessive, and they're not edible.
Yeah.
So it's almost the equivalent of like those over-the-top iced cakes, yes, they're extraordinary to look at, and I absolutely admire people who do it, but it's just something that like I have a hard time.
Yes.
But then that's probably something that's like to some useless, but like is someone else's like reason for being. And
When I see that, like, on Instagram, you can see these very elaborate things. I tend to see it more as art.
Yeah.
I think, or a piece of craftsmanship.
It is, yeah.
And I admire that, but I don't feel, oh my gosh, I wish I could do that. I admire it, and I enjoy it, but it's not something I see as baking.
Yeah.
I see it as, craft.
Okay.
Craftsmanship.
I appreciate that. What needs to go in 2026?
I love matcha and I love pandan, but I feel like people are so focused on getting it the color. So when I make you something pandan, it's not going to be all matcha. It's not going to be that bright green color. I know it looks amazing,
Yeah.
but if I see the color, that green, which is gorgeous, I know it's inedible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
interesting.
I just feel like you've done this for the camera. This is not edible.
It's funny, like matcha is so sensitive to light and heat. That when you
Totally,
bake it, the
yes.
outside goes brown. When we did the matcha bar,
Yes.
we had to turn the lights in the
Wait,
kitchen off.
have I missed the matcha bar?
You have
Which
Sorry.
one is that one?
the Beyond Baking one. We did like a matcha couverture with a
No,
pistachio
no.
filling.
I
You
had
did
that.
get that?
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry. Yes, so
Yeah.
it looked natural. Yes.
But we had to like turn the kitchen lights off. And work in the dark and package it in the dark because
Wow.
like every day that it sat like at room temperature, the color
Right.
is degrading
like
rapidly.
the oxidized.
Well, yeah, I think it's just the photosensitivity. And so they go from like bright green to grayish green.
Yes.
And
yes.
yeah, so they just have to be kept in the dark. But again, like a baked good, the outside goes brown, you know?
Yeah,
So
that's right.
if
So
it's
I just
green,
feel
you
like
know there's like colouring in
people
it.
should accept that, yeah, the good flavour of matcha is still there,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's not
That's a
that
good one.
fluorescent green.
What would you ask, you know, I'd like to make this a series, what would you ask the next person
Oh, gosh.
about baking and the meaning of life? Doesn't have to be baking related. I want to talk to as many different people as possible.
I think that question about what animates you or what motivates you is a
Yeah.
good one. Yes, what motivates you to bake? Yeah, I mean, you've asked me that. Can I ask the same thing?
Let's try another one.
Okay. What would you bake for? Oh my gosh.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Who? What would you bake for?
The King of England.
I thought that, and I thought, why would I say that? But that was
Because we're
exactly
right by Kensington Palace.
So since we're right by Kensington Palace, I would say, what would you bake for the King of England? What would you bake for the King of England? Don't ask me, because I just wouldn't.
Maybe a quiche or something. A quiche or, yeah, maybe a quiche. Probably baked
I
quiche.
love a quiche.
Yeah.
For me, it's both understated and the peak of elegance.
Yeah, and kind of technically, if you want to make it really well, like not, you know, there are some things that can go wrong with it.
Yeah.
I love that. Are there any questions you want to answer or ask?
This is so fun. I'd be happy to talk here all afternoon. I had a
You
question
don't have to eat
from
the
your
whole
tum
thing,
for
by
you.
the way.
Well, I want to. I'm just like, I don't want to have it caught between my teeth while I'm talking. Your Tom had a question for me to ask you, but I don't think I can do it on camera.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Okay.
And then like an extended edit for YouTube, if that's okay.
Wow.
And just make
Okay.
it a
I would
little
have got my
series.
makeup artist here. I'm very vain.
No, you're not. Thank you so much, Helen. It's been
Thank
lovely.
you, Phil. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been nice
Can we
to
do
catch
this
up.
again? Can we do this once a month?
Well, we almost do, don't we?
Can we do it every time you have a new bar out?
Ooh. Who else should I talk to?
Oh.
Who would you want to be sitting down here with,
Oh.
apart from me?
Do you want to get Nigella? I feel like she.
I would love to get Nigella around.
Yeah, you should. She loves you.
Oh,
She loves
I can't wait
Phil.
to meet her for the
She
first time.
Have you not met her?
No.
Oh.
We've,
She loves you. Oh my God.
That's very sweet.
Who else? Is it just bakers?
No, I want to do like, yes, probably more bakers, but
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to kind of branch out into arts, culture.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I want to get perspectives from people I might not necessarily always talk to, because I think
Good idea.
in life, things can be a bit of a bubble. Like, you know, whether it's, and like for good reason, you find your tribe, you find your people.
Yeah.
But I think it's nice, it's really important to just keep conversations going. I think
Yeah, that's so true.
we're fucked when we stop talking to each other. We can have different ideas about different things, but that doesn't mean that we can't find some common ground, because ultimately, I really believe that we are 99% more in common than, and the stuff that separates people is usually just made up stuff that exists in
Yeah.
our minds and in our ideologies, but not at a human level.
Yeah,
So I
agree.
think, like, yeah, we just need to talk more, and different people need to talk more.
Yeah, and a voice to people who don't normally
Yeah,
speak.
yeah. Helen, it's been such a treat.
Thank
Such a
you.
treat.
Such a treat for me. Now I can finish this off.
In peace. Enjoy.